I want to talk about what it takes to be a coach and what I as an individual look for when I'm an athlete and I'm trying to work with people. And then when I'm a coach, what is the relationship and the expectations that I have? And I think it's valuable to share what makes one person able to be your mentor, be your coach, whether you have athletic pursuits or you have a desire to maybe achieve different personal milestones. And it is an interesting relationship between a coach or mentor and the individual. And from the individual, it is an absolute awareness that it is our job. Like, we're the ones that have to do the work, as the athlete or as the person trying to, either fall in love because that's what your ambitions are, or to create a startup or to learn a new skill. The end of the day is it's you and me doing the work, putting in these hours, studying. That's it. Like, you're the one who's sweating and doing the work. Now, what's interesting is a good coach and a good mentor is one that makes that work make sense. Meaning that from a mental perspective, you must seek out someone that can see where we're going today, tomorrow, the next month, 3 months, 6 months, etc. Right? You need someone who sees that vision, so that way there is a strategy that is thought out, that is based off of either proven philosophy, proven practical knowledge, or it's just the best path given that individual. So there's one that the coach you're engaging with has to be able to provide that. And then number two, the work that we talk about, the work has to be something that makes sense, that's intentional, that delivers results. There is plenty of those that are online that are putting together workouts and giving workouts for people to do that has zero chance of making you fitter or hitting your goal. The work that you're doing might be fun in the moment. You'll get the endorphin rush, or you'll do something at work based on something you watch online. But if it's not looped into the strategy of what you personally need that makes sense and practical for your scenario and context, then it's just work. And that's not what I wish upon you. I wish for you to do the work that delivers results. Now, is some of that work unsexy? Yes. If you want to open a restaurant, yeah, you're probably going to be washing dishes, while you're in school, and then working yourself around the different restaurant roles so that you appreciate and learn all that has to happen in a restaurant. Just like if you wish to be a business person or work at Ernst & Young, yeah, you're going to do the staff level work because you're a staff level experienced individual, right? And you need those foundations in order to go up. And as much as we all don't want to hear it, sometimes we just have to do that work. Even today, I was working with some of my athletes, and I prescribed very specific things to build their pelvic floor, to help them with some core work, to eliminate some low back pain, and some vertical pulling. Classic instruction. And it's something that I don't program at scale for wide populations because it's simply not sexy. Does it give you the results? Yes. Does it achieve what that individual needed in order to get to the next spot? Of course it does. Right? That's the whole point of me working with you. And so when I encourage you to, one, grab a mentor, grab a coach, I have them. I love them. I have huge value and get a deep relationship with them. But when you seek that out, make sure that they're bringing you along the path that you need, that's in the context of your situation. Now, we all cannot afford masterminds and personal coaches and all this, and that's okay. Honestly, if you just pick somebody in your network or at your office or at the gym that you have respect for, that has maybe a little bit more years in front of you on experience and or actual age, and you ask, hey, do you mind sitting down with me for a cup of coffee and sharing, maybe what you did to make those sales or to learn this craft or to, improve your health? They're going to feel honored, right? Because they put in the work and they want to share that story with you so you can put in the work, but build upon their shoulders, right? That's something that I don't think we always understand, is that when you work with someone who is really dialed in for you, like really is on your team, we want you to stand upon and step over our shoulders and do it faster and better than we were able to do, no matter what, right? Like that is the number one thing of a good coach and a good mentor, somebody on your team that wants you to succeed more than they did. And that doesn't mean that I don't want to succeed. That doesn't mean that I don't want to grow my businesses and crush. And if we were one-on-one competing, yeah, like, let's go. But, we sit down and we're working out and we're trying to make each other better. I want you to succeed. I want you to not make the mistakes that I made for 10 years or 20 years, right? I want you to save 2 years here, or 1 month there, or 6 months there. That's what it's all about from a mentor perspective. From a coaching perspective, it's real obvious. I don't want you to get injured. I want you to have a beautiful track record. I want you to have challenge, yes, because I want you to be a little more tougher when we get into competitions and things are unfair and it's raining and whatever else the movements aren't right. Yeah, like as a coach, I want to develop you in an arc that gets you super happy. I want to give back to the coaches that helped me become very good over the last 20 years of being a coach. But I also want to reinvest in the community for when I had bad coaches, right? And when I had bad advice, whether I was in high school or college or traveling at a gym, right? There's plenty of those, right? And we see plenty of failures. And sometimes it's just because they're just not great coaches. They didn't learn it correctly, or they didn't communicate it, or I didn't listen. But also, right, it's a two-way street, right? Like I have to see that you're gonna make me better and healthier. And at the same time, I need to know that I'm gonna put in the work and respect you and your effort. So when we think about how do you pick out a coach, how do you get a mentor, I want you to think about these things. I have found it super helpful. I have seen leaps and bounds in my career and in my profession because of it, and I see my athletes excelling above and beyond most other locations, and it has to do with the fact of what their training is and what it's delivering. And so I wish that for you. I wish you to have health, success, happiness being the proxy, benefit for all of them. And that's it. I want you to really become your best self. And I encourage you to, if you're not going to hire a coach or a mentor, ask somebody you respect to help you. Buy them a cup of coffee. Meet them every now and then. But it's your job. It's your job to engage with them. And that's the important part to remember. You're the one who's trying to get value out of the relationship, so you're the one who's going to have to step up. Whether that stepping up is through cash or it's just, being the one that's pushing to schedule and pushing to meet and making those moments valuable and worthwhile to you both. So, I wish you both nothing but the best, and that's it. Love you all. Cheers.